Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is the Low Tech Redneck. Today, I had a weird idea. I like making things and casting things out of resin. Airplane. Do 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 do. Okay. I like making keychains and stuff, but I've decided to try to make some knife scales, like knife handles. But I want to do what's called a stabilized pine cone. For that, you need resin, a vacuum chamber, and pine cones, and like whatever type of material you want to use to make your. If you want to put in the resin to color it or sparkles or glitter or whatever it's called, you can do all of that. But as y'all know, I am the low-tech redneck, not the high-tech redneck. So I got to figure out a cheap way to make a vacuum chamber. And I can only come up with one thing with the stuff I have on hand. And this is it. This is just a box, regular old box, that a Cricket mug came in, the 12-ounce Cricket mug with a grocery store bag inside of it. That's what I'm going to put the pine cone in the resin. Now, for my vacuum chamber, I'm going to use one of those bags that you put blankets in, and then you use one of these little things and just slurp all the air out of it. Now, according to the things that I've read, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes for the bubbles to get evacuated from a chamber. So I'm just going to try really fast and just see what happens, because like I said, it might work, it might not. Let's find out together. Alright, here we go. I've got mail. I found this in the backyard. It's a crab steaming pot. I'm going to try to fit this in the bag to keep, when the bag gets pressurized or unpressurized, or however scientific word it is, it won't close in upon and smush the box that has the resin in it. Hopefully not. And I'm going to try to find something to put across the top so that the same thing doesn't happen, because I know the plastic's going to get pulled down, and I don't want it coming into contact with the box. So we're going to see what we can figure out to do that. Alright, we're going to do a little test run and see how far down this plastic's going to stretch. Alright, the bag's too small. I cannot use that bag. Alright, new plan. We're just going to put the cardboard box that's simulating the mold into the suction bag, just to see how bad it deforms it when I pressurize it. Okay, it didn't collapse at all. So I'm going to try to use it just like that, but I'm going to poke some holes in the top of the box to just evacuate any air that might be on the inside. Alright, I'm going to pour in a couple minutes. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to avoid. I just poured one part of the resin in there. I haven't even stirred it up with the second half yet. Just tons of bubbles. That's what I'm trying to avoid in the actual casting right there. Alright, fixing to pour. I'm not for sure if I have enough in the cup. We shall see. It looks like the pine cone is floating in there, so I'm going to try to put something in there to kind of hold it down. Just gonna let the motor cool down for a second and let it go for like another minute and then shelf it and see what happens. Okay, I got 2 of them going right now, so 2 pine cones are curing. I've seen people put them in like a heat kiln and dry the pine cone out to make sure there's no water in it or moisture. These things have been on the ground for months, so I'm just going to assume that they're going to be dry enough for this. So I did 2 different ones. One with inside the makeshift vacuum chamber, and the other one was just stirring and pouring, putting stones on top of the pine cone to keep it from floating. And wait 72 hours and see if my little vacuum thing makes a difference. Alright, we shall find out. See y'all in 2 days. Alright, meeting my brand new vacuum chamber. I don't really know this. I know it's a 3-gallon one. It just has a rubber lip. This gets set on top of here. Basically that creates a seal. Turn this pump on and it evacuates all the air and it'll let you know. Now this is going to go in here with a pine cone, and then I'm going to have to sand the pine cone down so it'll fit in here before I do anything. But that goes in there. I'm going to put a stick or something here to help keep it in the resin. Then I'm going to put it in there and turn the thing on and see if it evacuates all the bubbles, and we'll see if I wasted 150 bucks. Alright, let's get going. I'm not going to film everything because I don't want to bore you guys. Oh, I see all the bubbles coming to the surface. It's working. I'd rather have all those bubbles on the top than in the middle. I mean, I assume that's how it's supposed to be. Nice. Now at this last part I'm just guessing, but I'm going to assume I don't leave this pressurized because like I said, I don't want to ruin the seals. So I want to go ahead and unpressurize it, and all those bubbles should stay on the top. But I am going to leave that in there for 2 days so nothing flies into it. And so I should have a perfectly good cast in 2 days. Let's hope. Okay, I have yet to get this thing to actually do what it's supposed to do. Still got tons of bubbles in it. That's from probably 3 days ago. And this one overflowed. That one, I'm literally in the process of doing one right now. All it's fixing to do is just overflow again. So I don't know what's causing all those bubbles. But I'm going to leave it be. The gauge is actually pegged all the way over. Shall see. I'm going to let the pressure off of this, hopefully get the bubbles down, then I'm just going to let it harden and see what happens. You can see that all the bubbles are starting to dissipate. So I'll tell you, I'll leave it partially pressurized. It'll unpressurize on its own. Let's find out. I'll let that set for 2 days and to see what it looks like.